Hey guys, I'm back with the Mini Slash from Traxxas. This is a demo one that I got in today. Had my sales rep come by for a visit and he brought this thing to show me. If you watched my last video, you got to see the breakdown on this car. But one of the things that a lot of people were saying is they wanted to see this compared to the Mojave GROM. So let's do that now. Here's your comparison, guys. This is the Mojave GROM 2-3S from ARMA, right next to the Traxxas Mini Slash. The Mini Slash is a much bigger vehicle, so it's going to be closer to a 1/14 scale size vehicle. They call it a pro scale, so it's not technically a 1/14 or a 1/16. It's somewhere in there, but it is bigger than the GROM. As you can see here, it stands taller. It's got bigger tires. They do have different color options available. All I have today to show you is just the green. Comparing it to the Mojave GROM, you can see the size comparison. Placing the GROM on top of the Mini Slash, you can see that the Slash is wider as well as taller. Now that we've done a size comparison, let's talk about the features. So the Traxxas Mini Slash goes for $289.95, while the ARMA Mojave GROM goes for $269.95, so about a $20 price difference. Both vehicles come completely ready to run, with the Mojave GROM coming with a 2S 1400 milliamp hour LiPo, while the Traxxas Mini Slash comes with a 2S 3500 milliamp hour LiPo. Both trucks will feature a clipless body design, so getting the bodies off is really simple on both of these vehicles. Now what most people want to talk about, what's under the hood. I'm going to start up front here with the Mojave GROM. It does have oil-filled aluminum shocks, where the Traxxas is a much bigger shock, oil-filled, but they are plastic-bodied plastic caps. Moving back, you've got the Traxxas 2056 servo. This is a plastic gear servo, but it is a full 1/10 scale size servo. On the Mojave GROM, you've got the SX110 servo. This is a metal gear servo, but it is a mini size servo. Moving back to the ESC, on the GROM, it is an ESC and receiver combination, so it's a 2-in-1. For the Traxxas ESC is the BL2S ESC. This again is a full 10th scale size ESC with the BL2S brushless motor. Moving back over here to the GROM, you can see that it is running a brushless motor as well, but this one is capable of up to 3S. So you can put a 3S system in this and actually make it faster than the Traxxas Mini Slash. Moving to the back here on the Traxxas, it does have, again, the plastic cap, plastic-bodied, oil-filled shocks, whereas on the Mojave GROM, it does have the aluminum shocks just like the front. Again, much smaller diameter on the shocks, both front and rear, on the GROM when you compare it to the Slash, because this Mini Slash is running full 10th scale components. And the servo, the motor, the speed controller, and even the differentials and drive shafts are all full 10th scale size. Looking at the Mini Slash here, you can see it's got the extended chassis when comparing it to the Mini XRT or the Mini Max. This one does have a actual functioning shock tower up front that is replaceable, whereas on this one the shock tower is integrated in the front here to the chassis. So if you do break a shock tower, which has happened, you do have to replace your entire chassis on the Mojave GROM. I think another thing that really sets these two apart are the tires. The tires on the Mojave do not have foam in them, but they're just a standard tire, but they don't have any sort of support, as you can see there. On the Traxxas, they have that new rib design, and you can see I'm pushing pretty hard on there, and it's firm, but it still does give way. So this is a new design. I'd love to see them put this on their 10th scale vehicles as well. I think that'd be fantastic. Looking underneath, you can get a better look at the A-arms here. So these are the suspension arms in the front of the Mini Slash, and when you compare them to the size of the Mojave GROM, you can see these are big, beefy, really heavy duty. All the components here are really heavy duty on this Mini Slash. Not to say that these on the GROM are terrible. They're not. They hold up really well. But the car itself weighs probably half of what this Mini Slash weighs. So this Mini Slash, with all the 10th scale components in it, it's going to need much heavier duty components to maintain the integrity of the vehicle, because it does weigh so much more. Looking at the bodies, I also want to point out that these are very similar. They do have the roll cages integrated in there. On the ARMA, you do have 2 driver figures in there, but on Traxxas, they didn't do that because they have a hole down there that's going to allow cooling to get to the motors, which is very important. And then looking at the rear bumpers here, the ARMA actually has their rear bumper molded into the body here, so it's attached to the body, whereas Traxxas actually has a rear bumper attached to the car. So that's a little bit of a difference between the two there. Back up front here on the ARMA, they did insert a little molded plastic ARMA logo in the grille there. That looks really sharp. They do have the little bumper right there underneath. For Traxxas, they use the sticker for theirs, but they also still have that little bumper underneath as well. So that's pretty identical on the bumper part itself, but I do think that the Mojave with this molded plastic, that has a little bit of an advantage there just for looks and appearances, not going to affect your functionality whatsoever. I did talk to the sales rep and I did confirm that they are coming out with a light kit for this Mini Slash, so that's going to be great. That light kit, they do a great job of, they're just so easy to integrate, they're plug and play, they work extremely well. Unfortunately, Mojave does not have that or anything available for that yet. You can see for yourself the size difference, the difference in the components, difference in the build. I get a lot of comments that the Mojave looks better than the Slash. Hey, that's fine. It's a matter of personal preference. I think that Traxxas knocked it out of the park, as well as Arrma did too. I mean, these are fantastic vehicles. You're not going to go wrong with either one of them. And I did tell my sales rep, hey, make sure that you guys start producing paddles for this thing, because that's going to be really, really hot. There it is, guys, the side-by-side comparison. I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you were able to get some information from this to make your decision on which one you like better and which one's going to be right for you. Be sure to like and follow for more videos.